When the bass hit your face, you be like. When the bass hit your face, you be like. When the bass hit your face, you be like.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Whattadud. I am Christian alongside Gabby and CJ. I know it's been a while, but we're back and we're better. CJ, Gabby, how are we doing today?
Pass.
Sensational. You know what? I'm so hyped right now. I'm going to bring the energy for everybody. I'm going to bring the energy for Gabby as well because we're going to wheel her through this episode. The fact that she's here, I'm just blessed that I'm in her presence, to be quite honest with you. So
here we go, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we've been gone for a while, but nothing has changed on this fucking show, apparently. But
if
CJ,
I can
Gabby,
say something real quick, you know,
I'm just mad I didn't get the red trend. Y'all didn't tell me?
I never wear red, by the way. I never wear red.
Y'all didn't tell me? Okay, you gotta warn
This
us.
is
I just wore Lukaku
I never wear red. I don't like the color red like that to wear, but it just happened. Like I had a polo. I needed to wear a polo today, so whatever. But you know, Gabby, if I had a nice soft plushy blanket, some chocolate, maybe some wine for you, and just make sure that you felt better, that's what I'll be doing. But unfortunately, we're too far. But you know, that's what the energy I'm bringing to you right there.
It's the thought that counts, though. You know,
Of course.
it's the thought that counts. Also,
and I'm always thinking about you.
I got a fluffy
always.
blanket. Look,
there you go.
See, I'm halfway there.
Just imagine my arms. Jeez. Look.
Nice and soft.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even notice you were there, Christian. What were you saying?
Typical. It's okay. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining us. I got a dead or dandy question for you guys, but it's not really. I take that back. It's more of just a overall look question.
Okay.
The viewers don't know, but we're doing a review on Deadpool and Wolverine movie. But I need to know, after watching this movie, guys, is Marvel back? Have they done something great without James Gunn finally? Did they spark some? Did it happen, or is that just me? I'm gonna say they're back like Avengers back, but they've piqued your interest a little more. They've got your attention a little bit. What do you guys think?
Ladies
first. Oh, me first?
Yeah.
I do have to say this is the first one that I've actually liked in a while. Honestly, seen in a while, because the last Marvel movie I actually think I went to see was, I couldn't even tell you. To be honest.
I think it was Guardians, maybe. I think it was the last one I saw.
Oh yeah,
Guardians 3. That was great.
Right. I forgot about that. Yeah,
that one was good. Yeah.
So like, since then, like everything's, honestly, it's not it for me. Like the shows, no, I can't keep up. Like it's too much. And like even in this movie, like everything was still connecting and I had to be like, wait, what? But then thank goodness that third wall break when he was like, Loki season 1, I'm like, oh, thank God somebody explained this to me, because otherwise I'd be like, what the hell's going on here?
You never watched Loki?
No, I did, but it was when it first came out, which was.
Have you seen season 2?
No, you kidding me? No. I'm telling you, nothing's keeping my
interest. All that.
I watch it and it's like there's too much going on, all these different timelines. I'm getting confused. Okay, we gotta simplify this because I'm trying to go to the movies to relax, not figure out which timeline I'm in, who's this, why this guy's playing this
variant.
We're doing too much. Okay, I need you to stick to the status quo here.
I will say, seeing the movie and the TVA stuff, like if I didn't watch season 2 of Loki, I would have been like, why is this? I can't remember her name, sorry, but the black woman of the TVA, why are you in charge? I don't remember you ever becoming in charge, but if I didn't ever seen season 2 of Loki, I'd have been like, oh, well, she was one of the officers in the movie, and then she became yeah.
Saw the movie, but like I was like, who is this woman? I don't know.
Oh, but I'm saying like she wasn't in charge yet. She was never, like, she was just a regular person. and then she finally became. I don't. It was so much going on in Loki too. It took me like a whole year to figure it out, like to finally finish it. It was just so much. CJ, your thoughts? Are they back? Did they pique your interest a little bit?
You
Or
know,
you never answered either. Did they pique your interest or not?
there's this thing that you got to put in your car. You have to inject into your car. It's called a spark plug to help your car get going. But guess what? The spark plugs are dead in Marvel. Okay, let me tell you why. Because nothing has injected any type of juice into me, and I felt like maybe it was me. Maybe it's me that's the problem. But you know what? I'm on my toxic boy era right now, and it's
Hell
nothing.
yeah, brother.
And it's all Marvel because I'm just sitting here waiting for the launch of the James Gunn DCU, and it's fuck Marvel season, and I'm all here for it. I don't give a fuck about nothing they trying to do because they're gonna try to tempt me with something we've been wanting, and all the news we keep getting back and forth. Is it dead? Is it alive? We'll talk more about it later. That's called a teaser.
Yeah, peeping.
I am so over Marvel. We had it. DOD, right? Like DOA, Death on Arrival. Because when I arrived today to go watch Deadpool, I was like, yep, we can call it here. We had a great run. There was a great run. Like, I will be showing my children the first era of Marvel Cinematic Universe from Iron Man to Endgame. And it's beautiful. My niece is watching those movies for the first time, and it's a special moment for her. She's getting into it. She's becoming a fan. But I'm going to say, hey, enjoy this while you can, because once Endgame is over, this is over. Okay?
What
It
she
is
has to
over.
look forward to
Benita.
is
Ah,
okay, but
So-
also I did like the. Wait, are we talking about how if we liked the movie or not yet? I'm confused on the question, to be honest.
the question is, did this pique your interest to watch more Marvel? Do you think Marvel is back? Did it pique your interest because we all been flatlined from Marvel for a while?
So not whether I liked the movie or not, because
No.
Not
oh,
yet.
then no, my interest has not been piqued.
Let me pique your interest, Gabby, then.
Holy
But let
fuck.
me just say this. It's also fuck Marvel season for what they did to Jonathan Majors, right? I still
Facts.
not over that shit. Y'all trying to sweep that shit under the rug, but I'm not over it, right?
Hey,
Then
my
because
man
y'all
won Megan
that with
good
the
though.
multiverse, where they try to mention in the movie, the multiverse is dead because it's too confusing. It is too confusing. They try to
It's
big
too
brain and be too
confusing.
much. They try to do way too much. Fuck all you nerds who be like deep in the books and oh my god, fuck you. This is for everybody. Okay? If we
Which we
can't
don't need
follow this shit and have to watch a million fucking
What he's
hours
saying.
of fucking TV and movies and all
you.
this other bullshit just to be like, wow, we enjoyed this fucking moment. Brother, I got a life. I got bills. I got rent. I got
Preach.
all this other bullshit to worry about that's fucking slamming me. And then all of a sudden I gotta go through mental gymnastics, fucking going crazy in this movie theater. I'm supposed to be relaxing and having a good time.
Hallelujah. Yes.
Ugh.
Literally, thank you.
Fuck you
I
guys.
swear, no, I
Fuck
shouldn't
you
have to
guys.
do a book report in MLA format on the Marvel Universe just to go watch a damn movie, okay? Why do I need to watch 72 other things to watch Deadpool and Wolverine beat each other up?
Hey, listen, I'm pissing on the grave of Marvel. We out here, Marvel dead. Hell yeah, we taking picture on the gravestone. You know what I'm saying? That's what we out here doing. That's exactly what this thumbnail of this video is going to be. It's going to be a
Oh
picture
my
of all
god.
three of our faces, or at least me and Gabby, stomping on Marvel's gravestone.
And I'll be the little kid in the back, and y'all are stumping on my Marvel comics, and I'm like, no.
We're putting
I got you.
glasses on you to make you look like a nerd.
That's fun. Damn. So if you wear glasses, you're a nerd. Heard it
I
here,
wear
everybody.
glasses, so
Heard it here. All right. One more question for you guys, and we'll get into it. A lot of big news drop in the Marvel world happened a couple of days ago. If you don't know, viewers, we have somebody coming to play Doctor Doom, and I keep watching that clip of the reveal, and all I can hear is this guy in the crowd is like, Jake Gyllenhaal, and then he takes his mask off, and it's not.
Oh,
It's not. I just keep hearing him. So we got Robert Downey Jr. back in the Marvel universe.
The man who wants to.
Um, how do we feel about it? Do we like it? Do we love it? Do we hate it? Are we confused by it? Why did he die in the first place? But now I realize that they're starting to kill people off and then bring them back as different characters because they are trying to stick
Realized that
together
we
now.
all hate it without him, so they're like, damn, how can we bring him back? Literally, I told y'all, they realized from a business standpoint, they were like, everybody's like, oh, we love Iron Man, we love Iron Man, and we killed that man. What are we gonna do?
That
Hey,
was such
we
a
need
perfect
somebody to
noble
play
death.
this character, him, just so they can try to get their footing back, and win us back with RDJ. I mean, granted, now I will be like, okay, I do want to see it because I love him, but like, whatever, okay?
Right.
They know what
I
they're
actually
doing.
saw, I actually saw this clip of this guy. Can't remember his name on TikTok. I have it written down. CJ, you would enjoy this. He said he loves the idea of Electro from Jamie Foxx. He would have loved Jamie Foxx as Doctor Doom. He thinks Jamie Foxx would have played a killer Doctor Doom,
Nice.
and it would have changed. He thinks it would have changed Marvel, and people would have been back in it because we've never really seen such a dark version of Jamie Foxx like that. Like
What do
in
you
the
mean?
villain,
Uh,
like in the as a villain. Oh,
no.
oh, you freaking weirdo! But yeah, some guy is just like trying to make a petition to have Jamie Foxx as him. Like,
I
why
mean, they're
not?
not gonna change it now. Like,
Oh
why is he
no,
in a
Too late.
petition? Like,
Well, I mean, again, it's one of those things now that like I think Marvel got what they wanted. Like with the response at these Comic Cons, which we gotta go to a Comic Con because
these motherfuckers just be under wraps, bro. I didn't even know they was doing some shit like this. I was in the movie when all this was happening. I was like, wait,
yeah,
what?
it's kind of wild. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of
We need to
thought.
go. We need to go to one.
We need to go to Comic Con for sure. Just because it's a cool place to meet people and just to talk movies and whatever nerdy shit you want to get into. I'll take back what I said about all you nerds. You guys can be cool sometimes, but it was just proving my points at the time. I'm not at a 10 right now. I'm back down to normal. Okay, but Marvel, man, Marvel. I think Marvel's really reacting to what they're starting to hear come out of DC camp. I think James Gunn got these motherfuckers ready to go, lined up. I think they peaked. I think they was able to secure a couple scripts from what they're producing over at DCU. They know what James Gunn can do, and I think they're gonna be like, whoa, they're gonna finally have competition. I don't know how long it's gonna take, right? Because like the 2026 lineup is gonna be pretty crazy. Like I think obviously it's gonna be very important for obviously with the strike, it's kind of pushing back a lot of DC stuff. So it's kind of depending on when they can get that initial release, whether they can get it before the Avengers. What is the new Avengers called now? It's called Doom, Doctor Doom, or
Uh, Doomsday or something. And you have
yeah.
Secret Wars after or something. I don't know.
So it's like Jamie Foxx would have been great. I just I don't hate it. Like I'm gonna passively watch Marvel like I normally do. Maybe I'll get into it. Maybe we'll see. Like I'm very excited for it's me what's her name? Not Matilda. Jesus.
Agatha?
Agatha, thank you. It's one of them ugly names, you know what I mean? No disrespect,
It's me.
all the
but like I'm
Agathas are
excited for
messing
that
up for
because
you.
WandaVision was really good and it did set up a really good movie follow up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like what was WandaVision was like 6 episodes? It was
About
like
6 or 8, maybe. Yeah, it was short.
it wasn't
It was
too
a long
long, which I could do that. Like if you do like a one show to set up a movie, cool. I can do that. But you got show, and then we got another
Facts.
movie, show, and you have to watch this one in this order. I'm like, okay, come on, let's stop.
Rage
All right.
again.
Well, let me say this then for you guys. I don't know if you watch Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney.
Again, another show I
first
gotta watch.
season I
because-
No,
guess.
you like that. You would like that show, CJ. You would genuinely like
How many
seeing. I
seasons
don't know.
of that is there?
Just one. It's just
Oh,
it's
okay, I
it's
did
setting.
watch that,
It's
actually.
one season to set up Sam Wilson as Captain America. That's all it is.
Yeah, which
I
makes
came
forgot
out-
about that, to be honest.
When does that come
Yeah.
out? That movie comes out pretty soon, right?
Soon, yeah. And my boy Isaiah's in it. Ooh.
They're
Teach-
just doing
he
too
gonna-
much.
He
Like,
gonna teach
I
y'all
can't
something. The
remember.
first Black Captain America and how they try to keep him under wraps. Because and they put all black people in like a concentration camp and told them they were curing syphilis, and they actually was getting them secret injections. Hey, that shit goes crazy. And
they got
first,
Harrison Ford into the star
that's
into
just crazy.
Marvel, which is crazy. Can we also talk about the fact that Robert Downey
Wait,
Jr.
wait,
is
Wait,
taking-
Wait,
Hold on.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. Harrison Ford and syphilis and what's going on?
So
What
in
did I miss?
Winter Soldier and Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show, there's a character called Isaiah, and he was around when Captain America was around, like Steve Rogers, but he was like the
And
first.
he was in the Winter Soldier show?
Yes, and he was like he's an old man in the show, but he was like the first like black, like first Captain America, but black, because they were testing the serum on other people before they got it right to give to Steve Rogers, and they tried to hide him. Like after everything, they like locked him up, kept letters from his family, did a bunch of tests on him until he like broke out, like
And
swept
this
him
was
under
in the
the
show?
rug.
How do I not
Yeah.
remember this? I feel
You
like
watched-
that's a big
Did you watch that?
storyline. Yes.
Well,
Anyways, this is
he
just me
says that they
being dumb.
tested
Keep
everything
going.
on him, but like the syphilis thing is like in the comic, like one of the comics. But like that syphilis stuff is like it's really bad, like what they did to him. And Isaiah's gonna be in the Captain America Brave New World movie. And what's his name? Harrison Ford is gonna be the Red Hulk in the Captain America. Yes,
Who
there's
the
a
heck
Red
is
Hulk.
Red Hulk?
He's
No.
the guy. Do you remember? Okay, so you remember the Hulk, the regular Hulk? Remember the
green
girl
one?
he was always in love with, and her dad was the head army guy. Who's who the Red Hulk turns into. You gotta watch. Just watch the Hulk movie. I promise you, it's not a lot. I promise you, it's not a lot.
There's too many characters
See, folks,
in these damn
and this
shows.
is what I was talking about.
To keep up. Like,
But you've seen the Hulk movie.
I just
You
watched
stretching
the
me
little
left
movie.
and right, back and forth, brother.
Means
I'm
I'm
not
doing my
having fun
job.
no more. I'm not
I
having
just
fun
wanna
no
go in,
more.
watch a little movie, not have to sit there and be like, now who the hell is this? Who the hell is that? Everybody's like, Sans, and I'm like, I don't know who. Jennifer Garner? What the hell? Who? She showed up. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, that was
I
the
just
greatest thing
like
of my
her.
life, right there, boy. I was.
But my thing is,
I said,
why
hell
the
yeah.
is she? And then
She was Elektra. Do you remember? I'll let
But-
you know. I'll let you know.
Okay.
So Daredevil was played by Ben Affleck. I'm pretty sure,
Yes.
like in the early 2000s.
all right.
Yeah, the movie
You wanna
Daredevil
go
came
all
out.
the way back to the early 2000s? We are old, okay? And
I mean, they
Marvel
did it with
It's not
oh boy,
this.
as
Let's
They did it.
hold that talk for the end, okay? We'll
Okay.
talk.
she about to make me mad. She about to make me mad.
We're
But
gonna
they
make you
don't
mad a little
remember
bit later.
stuff from 2007? Marvel.
I don't even know what
I'm
she's
gonna
saying.
talk
I
to the
can't hear
manager
her.
here.
Oh, there she is.
But- I do want to say this.
Boy, he's gonna disrespect.
I am so okay. So Robert Downey Jr., right? Great.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Fine.
That's what we were
Whatever.
talking.
Right? But the fact that Robert Downey Jr. took money from another black actor that should have been Doctor Doom, I will not forgive Marvel for that. Can somebody else get these Marvel residuals? This motherfucker's already getting it for life from all the fucking first saga. Now he got to get for the next 2 generations of his family. Crazy work.
He's a real life Tony Stark, man. He's a real life Tony Stark, dog. You can't do nothing about it.
That's crazy.
You can't do
That's
nothing.
crazy. I do want to say, have you guys watched where is it at? Inside Out 2?
I have not.
Well,
I did. And I cried in that theater. as I
Oh, brother.
expected.
Oh, brother.
As
So
expected.
good. Inside Out just passed 1.5 billion worldwide, and now is the 12th highest grossing film of all time.
See, I got some questions.
Let's talk about it.
It was a good movie. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
How is it? This is why I texted y'all earlier, because I'm like, how is it already like, it said it was like the highest grossing, whatever I texted y'all earlier. I don't remember.
Animated movie.
So you
Yeah.
texted us about how is this number made up when movies from like 2000 to or say Gladiator was at one time like one of the highest rated grossing movies, but
Yeah.
then like the currency and inflation of that figure, it can be way different to where it's how is it measured?
They probably calibrate it.
Yes.
They probably do. They probably change the tickets to be like today's prices. They probably do.
Okay. Well,
For
if
sure.
that's the case, Inside Out was good. How the hell is it like the highest anime? Like, of all the animated movies, this one is the highest grossing? Like, that doesn't seem right with me. Like,
Kids, man. It's kids, and you
Really?
got adults seeing it.
but above, like, Frozen? And above, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think
Frozen was literally in theaters for, like, 2 years.
no, that's fact.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's fact.
like, now you
Now
trying to
Frozen
tell
was
me this
crazy.
movie is, yeah,
Frozen
like,
was a crazy
it
time.
literally
They
was
OD played that. But I think it was mostly because of the soundtrack of that movie. I think gave that more
Oh,
legs.
for sure. I
For
had it in
sure.
my car. I had
But-
the
Oh,
soundtrack in
brother.
my car.
There's another reason why I think because let's be honest, like as much as we want to say this is a factual number, there's a high chance that this number is manipulated and a stat that you can create to make sure that this movie keeps getting legs through the power of Disney, but also the fact that like it is an important movie for it to be a high grossing movie, right? So like if there was a movie that animated that you want to be the greatest of all time, Inside Out 2, which Inside Out 1 had such great fanfare, so it doesn't surprise me because I mean I think
No. No, I was agreeing with you.
I think you said
Oh,
no.
I thought you said no. I was like,
no, I was like, agreeing, like, no, yeah,
Oh.
sorry.
she done changed the narrative. I don't know who she is, the villain or the hero. I have no idea who she is now.
Right.
No, I was agreeing with
That's
you.
what they said about Robert Downey Jr. If you live long enough as the hero, you'll find yourself becoming a villain.
It's me.
That's
Hi. I literally
So-
texted my mom. I said, I always thought I'd be the Disney princess. Why am I relating more to the villains right now? It happens.
Good character arc right here. I'm following
You're the-
Listen,
along.
you
you're
guys
the
are witnessing
queen,
it here.
From Once Upon
No,
a Time.
I agree though, because it's like, okay, yeah, like I'm not saying that the movie was bad, because by all means, I actually really enjoyed the movie. But
Yeah.
like, that's what I want to know how they figure out these things, because like, if you just look at it on paper, of course, it's gonna seem like it made more money because like everything's more expensive. But like, that's why I want to know how they figure it out, because how, like, no, I don't know. Maybe like it's not that it was bad, but maybe is it just there hasn't been like animated movies coming out like Disney? Like they did have one that bombed, but
I
There
think
was
a lot of
definitely
them go
it's been
straight to
dips
Disney,
in the
though.
last couple of years for those animated movies, which is why again Marvel, like I'm talking about for like not Marvel, but Disney as a whole. I think they started to see a decline since because like around that time they were just peaking on all levels in game, and so then they try to. Which is kind of fucked up. And I think Marvel's fucked up, but they got to get back to their fucked up ways to get back to making that crazy money. Is where it's like, we're not making any more of these specialized movies for Asian Americans, Black Americans, whoever. We need to make movies for a broader stroke to be able to like get more broad money because they saw, which it could be just a reaction to like actually seeing the numbers of like, maybe some people just don't care enough about Soul. And like, yeah, it's a popular movie and like for our community, for the Black community, but then it's like there's some hicks out there, or I'm disrespecting nobody, but there's some people out there like, why do I care about this? Why do I need to, you know what I mean? Like, why should I spend my money on this movie? I don't want to see my kids watching it. And that's just the gross reality of the world that we live in. So and we have the Red movie. So was it Seeing Red or something like that? So like
Oh,
what I
with
mean, which was
the red panda. That
yeah.
one was cute too. I liked both of those movies.
Right. Again, but then it's like, there's open-minded people that will see it, but then it's like, well, then now we're like turning off like a big portion of people who don't want their kids to watch that, And so then they're trying to make an adjustment. And Inside Out 2, I feel like is one of those movies that I think can relate to everyone. And it's
Yeah,
like,
because everybody's got
toes that
feelings.
line. Yeah.
I think the next one
Okay,
before
that's a
that,
good
I
point.
think
That's a good point.
like I watched was like Onward. Was that what it's called?
That one was cute.
Ooh,
Like that one
I
was
was
deep.
so
Like,
Like
excited.
that
I
was
love that
deep.
fucking movie.
Yeah, that was deep. And then it's just like I didn't hear
That
much
was-
about it after. Like,
Yeah.
Because it came out
you
during
know,
COVID, right? Like it was released on streaming. Like it wasn't in theaters, right?
it was supposed to hit theaters and COVID hit, and I think they released it
On Disney Plus.
maybe. Yeah, I think so.
Because I know I
think
watched it at home.
That
Like
was
it
sad.
wasn't. I didn't see it
Man.
in
That was
theaters.
such a
Yeah,
good
that one.
movie.
Talk about
It was.
crying.
I was so
cried.
excited to watch that too.
That
But I
shit
think
was
COVID
deep.
really messed up a lot though, like in terms of like our memories, because like we tried because it was trauma. Let's keep it real. Like COVID was trauma, and a lot of times people, well, not a lot of times, most of the time people try to bury or suffocate that trauma feeling and memories. So like when we try to think back to COVID, we kind of like skip 2020. Like we know it was bad, but then we try to think about like pre-COVID, which you can't really remember because it's such a huge time. But it's like that COVID time was like, I don't really remember much, but I remember like 2021, 2022, So it's kind of like a weird blip in our memories almost.
Onward, such a great movie.
It was a great movie.
Maybe we should do
was
a
good.
movie watch along on here one day, if they allow it.
We could try something. We could figure something out with that, like
Yeah,
a late night stream. I don't know how we can do it.
I don't gotta be late night, but
Something like that,
Yeah, Just let me know if you guys want some alone time, and I'll just hop off. I'll go to my room, mom and dad. No worries.
Trust me, I'll catch a flight real quick. Ain't nothing thing to me. Ain't no big thing to me.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna talk about Deadpool and Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I'm gonna say I really like the movie, and I'll also say I am not a Deadpool guy. I'm not. I am not a Ryan Reynolds guy. Like I think the only movie, and you guys are gonna laugh at me, the only movie that I appreciated Ryan Reynolds in, and you're not gonna like it, but Spirited. That was the only movie I was like, you know what? Like this is an okay movie. I can tolerate him. Cool. Anything else? And Free Guy. Free Guy was okay. Free Guy was that's like the video game one, I think.
Yeah, I didn't want to watch
it. It was okay. It was entertaining. I was like, they're just trying to be like Ready Player One. I get it.
Yeah.
But seeing this movie, I was like, you know what? He's funny. It's entertaining. Cool. And every time I saw Hugh Jackman, all I could think about is Gabby in the back of my mind saying, why can't they just leave this man alone? Don't you know he just wants to do musicals? Why you just can't
Did
leave
you
this
guys
man alone?
get the musical references? Because there was two big ones.
I did.
Did you? What were they?
Couldn't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Laugh at it.
Because there was one that me and the kid next to me and like a couple other people, we all were dying laughing, and not everybody else. So it was like if you know, you know. And I was like, I'm glad I'm sitting next to this little high school kid because he gets it, okay?
Oh.
Because we both started peeing our pants laughing at the same time. Because I also want everybody to remember exactly what Christian just said about Ryan Reynolds and why he doesn't like him. And then when it comes my turn, I just need everybody to keep that top of mind.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a good movie. I love the cameos. Love. And I'm sure you CJ knew at the point in the movie in a certain cameo when I cried, and I was just so excited when I saw this person pop on the screen, and I was like, you know what? This just made the whole movie for me. Just seeing that. And can I just say, we can talk about it. Yeah, I guess. Blade. Wesley Snipes' Blade.
Oh, okay.
That fucking. I was not. Yeah. They kept that under wraps so well, but I stayed off of social media for a reason too. I was like, holy shit. Fucking Wesley? He ain't getting
Yeah.
sued for this. I was like, please, God, don't let them find a loophole to sue this motherfucker after this movie comes out. Please don't. And I also think the Henry Cavill scene was pretty dope too, seeing him as Wolverine and how they kind of wanted him to replace him, but very underrated performance. Channing Tatum as Gambit.
Oh my! As good or bad?
I
I
liked it.
have a question.
That
What
shit was so
accent was
trash.
supposed to
Are
be?
you kidding me? Channing Tatum in this fucking Nolans accent, bro. I'm like, bro,
It was
this
supposed to
is
be like
terrible.
what was the accent? It was
Like a
supposed to be
French
New
New Orleans,
Yeah,
New Orleans type of accent, a little bit. I liked
exactly.
it. I was like, oh, this is,
That
I
shit was
didn't like how big he
problematic.
was. He's
It
supposed
was
to be a
was
so
skinny
literally
guy.
problematic.
getting secondhand embarrassment from it. I'm not even
Oh
lying.
Which I
man.
get it. It kind of played like I get it. Like it was like playing into why that shit got canceled. So it's like obvious. Like I think okay. So all the reasons why you didn't like Deadpool originally, I think came to fruition for me in this movie because I think it was just too. It was over the top camera
He
breath.
always has something to say, and it bugs me.
I
It
thought,
really
and
itches
I
me,
thought
bro.
this movie was way too much. Okay, the let's start with the beginning credit scene was hilarious. I'll give it that. Like it gave it that
Oh, the
Deadpool scene.
Backstreet Boys?
Yeah.
Or
When he
the
was like, you know what I mean? That
First
was
off,
fun.
NSYNC.
In sync.
Whoa, whoa,
In
whoa, whoa,
sync.
whoa.
Golly.
Let's not
Good
offend the
lord.
boy bands. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Which
In
I mean,
sync.
I enjoyed it. Like it was funny. I was like, okay, this is cool. And then obviously like the big elephant in the room. So it just dove straight into like how they were going to do the movie, which I was like, okay, I thought this was smart. It was well thought out to try to like, hey, like he is dead. So like I'm literally digging him up. And so like I thought that was
Right.
cool to start off in the movie, right? So I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. But it was just like, brother. Because like with the other Deadpool movies, I guess there was more story. And like I feel like this movie was just like a movie for the internet in a way. Like it was just like it was just like, oh yeah, we heard everything. Like we literally pulled up like a million fucking comments and we're just gonna answer every fucking thing in this movie. So it's like we're doing a movie, but it was like, okay, so then like, you know, from this comment, we're gonna answer this. And it was just like, okay, brother, can we just have a movie, some story? Like, and I think
Right.
it was too hunky, like too jerky for me. Like, and you know, I was just like, I get it. Like, if you're like a person who enjoyed that funny stuff, but like in my theater, it wasn't that much laughter throughout the whole movie. I'm just gonna keep it above.
Damn.
I'm
I mean,
just
it
gonna
wasn't that much in mine. I mean, maybe there was only like 12 people in the theater when I watched it on
But
a
like, you know, normally normally when
morning.
I start watching Deadpool, like I mean, I'm laughing. Like the first two Deadpools, I was having a ball because it was like good, well-timed jokes, maybe a little bit over top at times, but it was enough action, and then it was like a good break. Versus it was like I think the fourth wall was broke more than the actual fucking like content that was being made. And I'm just like, okay.
I can understand that. I think I laughed the hardest. Not really the hardest, but I got a good chuckle out of when Blade was like, "Yeah, they'll never do another me."
Bro,
And then
that's when that happened. And then he did the like, okay.
Deadpool.
But then again,
Okay.
okay, so let me talk about the moment I was gonna talk about earlier. Are we getting a fucking Blade movie? Are we fucking not? I need to know.
They answered your question. They answered your question.
Did they? Because they
Yes.
don't know. Because this shit keeps
They
getting
did it
delayed.
smart with his mask off. I mean, with his mask on, so you couldn't see his eyes. They did it smart. They did it smart.
So I mean, look, if that's giving me the confirmation, cool. Like that makes me happy because I want this Blade movie so bad. Like I
So
think really was it's been pushed so far, pushed back so much. Now it's 2026. Is it really gonna be 2026? We got like 3 different directors now. You know, 3 different writers. Like, come on, like what are we doing here?
Marvel
Like
just
this
pay
script should have
James
been locked
Gunn.
a while ago.
Just pay James Gunn whatever he needs.
I don't know if I want James
I'm out
Gunn to
of
do it.
Pay,
Pay Ryan Coogler. Pay Ryan
I'm
Coogler to do the
okay.
Blade.
I can deal with that.
You know what
I
I'm
can
saying?
deal with that. I can do that.
I think
Ryan's
Ryan
been
Coogler.
out of Marvel games so long. Besides Wakanda Forever, I just don't
Right.
know if he wants to come back. That's just my thing because like all the pressure. Remember when he
Show
was
the
kind of
money.
But remember, even with Wakanda Forever, or even
His
the first
brother
time
did
the
it.
movie, there were so many different scripts that he was getting. He was like, "Listen,
Yeah.
pick us fucking script so we can do this shit right now." Because because I think they pushed a date like 2 times, and he was like, "If y'all do it one more time, I'm out of here." And then Michael B was like, "If Ryan's out of here, I'm out of here." And Ty was like, "I ain't staying." But you know what? I like that Ryan Coogler for the Blade movie.
Yeah.
Fucking call him up. Gabby, your thoughts on Hugh Jackman's performance?
Oh,
Do you like seeing him in Wolverine or no?
I just love Hugh Jackman. Like
Okay.
he's just I like his he's just I don't know, when he's playing like a
Yeah,
lighthearted
bum.
character, I enjoy him. Um well,
Hugh Jackman at the end though.
at the end, oh my
When he
gosh,
was
the guy who was like
That fucking
crushing on him and then he
That's
got
at the end of the movie. It started to get like I started to come around to the movie a little bit towards the end because I was like, okay, like story is happening, and then it's like obviously he still had to have his Deadpool moment. See, like, and that's like the good balance of like it got serious, and then it's like you fucking tool, like you know what I mean? Type shit.
when he
So,
tells him to put his oiled up tits away. Oh, that was
yeah.
great. I actually liked the movie.
Dude,
And
Don't be ashamed
um
that you liked it.
well, you know the whole like scene where they were in the car and like Wolverine's going off on Deadpool and he's like, "Your attention seeking," like just going on. I was like, he's talking about me. I felt so attacked in that moment, but then I also had the realization, I was like, it's no wonder that these movies, I love them and they're like a comfort to me. I was like, this is my sense of humor.
Mm.
Doing too much, always a comment for everything. I was like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. And then Christian's like, I hate Deadpool. His sense of humor. And I was like,
he
that
just
makes so much sense why you don't get my jokes. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like,
it's not that.
it
He
makes
just
sense.
does too much.
So do I.
Just
That's
does.
why I appreciate it. Like the whole fourth wall break. I'm doing that in my own head all the time to the imaginary camera that's
I
on
saw
me
your
now.
TikTok, by the way.
Which one?
Are you who you married to? My brother?
Oh yeah.
My brother-in-law. I was like, what the fuck?
Probably some conversations that we've had. I zone out for a second and then I come back, but I was like, oh my gosh, I get it now. Like that's my sense of humor. Like dark, even just like making jokes at like the thing that nobody would be like people are like, oh my gosh, you made that joke? I'm like, hell yeah, I made that. Like I get it. I was like, I love these movies. So I really enjoyed this one, especially with Hugh Jackman in it and the musical reference when they were in the car and he hits his head against the radio and it starts playing The Greatest Showman. That's when I lost it. I
Oh, I
almost
didn't even
screamed in
peep
that
that.
theater. Yeah, that's why I was like, it's an if you know, you know, because it starts playing the very first song and I was like, oh, I died. That was probably the biggest laugh was that moment because again, like I said, it was an if you know, you know. But then the other one that got me is when he was like, I can't remember what they were talking about, but he was like, he'll do the second half of the Music Man without warming up because Hugh Jackman's literally been doing the Music Man on Broadway, and I was like, that's hilarious. And again, it's like an if you know, you know thing. Like kudos
Damn,
to
I don't
those
know.
because like for us little Broadway nerds who love Hugh Jackman and just singing and dancing around, like those made my heart so happy. I was like, this is great. But also, I watched an interview with Ryan Reynolds and he was like, yeah, people will enjoy all the fight scenes and like
A
CGI
lot
and
of
whatever.
CGI,
He's
by the
like,
way. A lot of
huh?
CGI. A
Especially at
lot.
the end when he finally
Well,
put the
but his thing was, he said people are going to remember a line more so than they will a fight scene. And I
which
was
is
like,
fair.
facts. Because I quote Deadpool on a daily to the point where some people don't even realize that I'm actually quoting it because it's like, I remember all the lines. And like in all his movies, when he said that, I was like, oh my gosh, that makes sense. Because like that's how he said, that's why he has like just joke after joke after joke after joke. It's because that's what people are going to remember. One's going to hit, and then that person will remember that joke from that movie forever. You know?
He
So I
was
was
kind of
like,
spamming that shit a little too
that
hard
makes
though.
sense.
He was spamming that circle button a little too hard. Let's keep it a
Well,
buck. He was spamming that shit. Let me get my
I liked-
jokes off. Which I get it. I respect a man who try to get his jokes off, especially when the girls are around. He trying to make something laugh so he can figure out and target. That's my philosophy. You get your jokes off and see who's responding, and then you zero in.
Well, see,
Anyways.
I liked all the pop culture references too. Like the fact that he was like, yeah, he kind of let himself go after the divorce because Hugh Jackman just got divorced. And it's like, if you
Yeah.
didn't know that, you'd be like, why is he like, what?
He
That doesn't make sense.
was OD, and I think
Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
and then he was
didn't
like, I'm
that.
calling Blake. And people would be like,
Yeah,
"Who's
when he-
Blake? I thought that's hilarious. I'm like, that's so funny. Like, yeah, make jokes that you're actually just playing a character right now because that's one thing. Like, Deadpool literally will take the piss out of anything, and they even took the piss out of their own movie. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and
Like,
like the
that's what's
Marvel,
so
the
funny.
Century Fox.
Yeah, oh
And
my
they had,
gosh, with
I thought
that
it was
thing in the
pretty funny when they
desert.
had the Century Fox and when he was at the the wasteland or whatever. The
Yeah,
void. Yeah,
that
I
was
was like,
funny too.
What was also crazy was Chris Evans coming back.
oh no, I like that.
Johnny
He's like,
Storm.
okay,
I didn't
let's
even
do
realize
the
one.
thing.
I did enjoy that because that was when I first
that's
had a
early
crush on
2000s.
him. What? Okay, of course I'm gonna remember that because when I was a kid, I was like, "Who's this man?" He's
Oh,
hot.
but we're talking about Hulk early 2000s. It's a bad thing.
Okay, is the Hulk hot? Raise your hand if you think the Hulk is hotter than Johnny Storm.
She was not trying to get smashed by Hulk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, if
I'm
you're talking about
trying to get-
Michael B. Jordan, Johnny Storm, I'm with it.
I didn't see that one, so
I don't think a lot of people saw it, so you're not
yeah, I was
alone.
about to say.
It was okay.
To be honest, I forgot he even was him. Like,
it got too much because I think they did the interracial thing, and then there was just like really more scientific movie than action. So I think it got a bad rep for that. It just
yeah,
wasn't.
I'm not trying to do homework. Okay.
Yeah, there's no way you're gonna follow up Jessica Alba and all them. But Chris Evans thing that I liked, seeing Elektra was, oh my god.
Okay, let me say this.
Oof.
I think it was cool to try to play homage because I think that's homage to a lot of older things. But man, they were old in this movie, and makeup could not fucking help.
Especially Wesley.
I was like, brother,
okay, I did notice.
this is cool.
Like, oh, this man's looking old.
Because I was like strategically watching how he moved, and that's because, bro, when he made that first step when they did the fight scene, I was like, oh, brother, switch to the stunt man right now. He was cooked. Bro, I saw them knees get ready to fucking give out so quick. And I was like, brother, this is not good. And it's like, I get it. Like, it's because, like, I think Ryan Reynolds has such a, I guess, famed or infamous, like, terrible run with Green Lantern, like, with bad movies. And so, like, obviously, I feel like Deadpool kind of was the main thing that kind of revived his career, to be honest with you. And, like, I think Ryan Reynolds is definitely stepping down mostly from doing a lot of stuff because he hasn't really done too much. Like, I'm trying to think, like, obviously Spirited was probably the most recently I could think he was in, but, like, I feel like Ryan Reynolds is not doing.
He was in that movie
Was
If.
that the most recent?
I never watched.
If. I forgot about If, yeah.
But that was cartoon though, wasn't it? It wasn't like, or
Half
was
of
he
it.
the cartoon, or is he
No.
a real life person?
He was the real person, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
clearly I didn't watch that one. So.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I wanted to see it, but I didn't see it, though.
I honestly forgot about it.
So.
Imaginary Friend. That was a good movie. It seemed like a good movie. But do you think Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman executed well in this movie? Like, do you think? First of all, I'll say this: I hate when they go to destroy two characters and then they both make it out. Leave one behind, at least. Leave one behind, please.
Can we just?
So did you want to watch
all this shit
Wolverine
for no
die
reason.
again?
Huh?
So you wanted to watch Wolverine die
Yeah.
again? Because they're not going
That's
to kill
also
off
a good
Deadpool.
That's not my Wolverine. That's what y'all forget. That's not my Wolverine.
Yeah.
My Wolverine's definitely dead. And fuck Deadpool for ruining his fucking corpse, slinging that motherfucker around, killing. This was probably the bloodiest, goriest Marvel movie that they've made for sure. Like this shit.
You liked that.
It was rated. It is rated
Oh,
R.
I did. I like this. I like the dancing and the jokes and stuff, but I was like, damn, you really throwing this man's skull around. Damn, you really fucking up this. You really trying to break this man's feet. And then he put the hands on and did that. I was like, all right.
Then he had the man in the groin in his ass.
Oh, he was.
That was
Yo, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy.
Dude, what was that? What's that dude named Tom at the end? That is like everybody love. Is it Tom? It wasn't Tom. Jerry. What was the dude? The white dude who just came through to kind of like everyone like liking him and like the cops.
Peter.
He was kind of,
Peter.
no one.
As I
I
said,
thought someone was
everybody
gonna definitely
enjoyed
mention his
Peter.
plot. This man balls were just straight imprinted in that suit, bro. I just was like, bro, put them shits away. Anyone
That was
else notice that? Like his fucking balls were
But that
just
was part
straight
of the
like.
humor.
that was the
Like,
part
that
of the
was what
joke.
made it
I thought
funny.
someone would say something.
Because his name is Peter, and
Yeah, because he even said,
because you have a
"Everybody
Peter,
enjoy my Peter."
Ah,
and then he's the Peter, he's in the ball. There we go.
maybe I should
But
watch
then
the
that
movie.
lady said, "You
He
look
was definitely
better in
feeling
that suit."
He was feeling it.
Of
I
course,
was
I
kinda-
said, "Oh, Peter's getting a love interest here."
And I just found out a reason why I probably didn't like this movie as much. But I just found this article or this tweet that says Tom Holland's brother, Harry Holland, was one of the Deadpool variants in Deadpool Wolverine. And Ryan Reynolds didn't know.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
there you go. Holland was in this movie. Fucking terrible. Terrible.
One thing that was freaking annoying was the girl Deadpool,
dog.
and somebody said, "That's Taylor Swift." I said, "Shut the fuck up!" Okay, there's other women in this world that have blonde hair besides freaking Taylor Swift. Okay,
Not
but
facts.
also his wife being one of them.
I thought that was. I felt like that was Blake Lively. I felt like that had to be.
Had
Blake.
to have been, but this person
Yeah.
goes, "It's gotta be Taylor Swift." I was like, "Shut up!" Okay, nobody cares. Okay, Taylor Swift doesn't have to be everywhere. Okay.
Oh my gosh. So we
The
heard
dog?
your favorite.
Can
Hey,
we
that
talk
was
about the dog's name?
stupid.
Oh,
Mary Poppins. Loved it.
that
I was
dog.
like, I'm stealing that. That's so cute.
That dog saved this movie for me. It's one of the ugliest fucking dogs I've ever fucking seen, but it's so cute
Its tongue
and just. I mean,
on
okay,
the side.
you was just making out with that dog was fucking disgusting, which
Oh,
just
that
gave me the
was
biggest ick.
hilarious.
Black
Because
people
he would
across
just
the
sit
world was
there.
like, you see what
He
you see what
was
you do when you
like,
give them a dog? You see what you do when
oh,
you give them a dog, see? And
but that
then
was
our
the
dog expect
joke.
them.
That was the joke. He was
Now even
making
Hugh
fun
Jackman
of
was like,
that.
Nah,
He
that's
was
gay.
making fun of it. That's like the whole joke, though. That's why
I
it
wonder
was
how much extra
funny.
they had to pay this man for a dog to lick him in the mouth. I just want to know how much
I want
extra.
to know if that's a prop tongue or not. Like that's all I kept thinking
Nah,
about.
man, there's
No,
dogs that
it's
look like
real.
that are like that, bro.
Yeah, it's, they take their teeth out and then their little tongue just hangs out
Oh,
the side.
yeah. R.I.P. that dog, man. That dog is
But
nasty.
poor little baby, Mary Poppins.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Side note as well. I just saw that the creative team for Avengers Doomsday, as of now, the director is the Russo brothers
Yeah.
and writer Stephen McFeely and composer Alan Silverstreet. I don't know who it is. Obviously, Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four cast will return, which is interesting. Also, Russo brothers, I mean, they had to return back to Marvel too. They thought they was gonna ride out to the sunset. Said, "Nah, bro, we need you. We need you back." So now it's like, okay, we're getting back the original cast to try to hype it
Give me
up.
Robert. They said, "Give me Robert."
Give me Robert and Russo, the double
Oh,
R.
that's what the Russo brothers said. Give me RDJ and I'll do it. I'm
Yeah,
like, all right, we'll do
which
it.
is, I mean,
It's because all the people from our childhood are having to come back for some reason, even in music. All the people from our childhood are having to come back because everything just sucks now. Like the new people are not doing what. God, I sound so fucking old saying this. Back in my day, like, but for real though, back in our day, like
You know,
just think about the music and like how everything has gone downhill. We're just now starting to get recession pop back, like the one
Recession.
perk, you guys don't know about recession pop? It's literally
Not-
music where it's like upbeat and like
oh yeah,
they
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about having fun and like just to make us like trick us into being like, no, everything's fine, but really like we're all dying out here kind of thing. You guys don't know about recession pop? This is a
I'm
whole
not
thing.
deep into that culture, but like I respect it for
Oh
you, and
no,
I
I
hope you
love
enjoy it.
that. Look it
But
up.
yeah, I do
It's
like,
great.
to your point though, like it is a thing, like our generation right now is so obsessed with this retro vibe and the retro look and retro back, going back, repeating shit that we've already done. And what made that generation why we love it so much is because they were creative. They did
Yes.
drugs. They did drugs, and then fucking just whatever they saw and made original stuff.
Cocaine.
Like fuck, bro. Like, and I think that's our issue right now. We're not. I would say I can't say that. I'm not gonna say it because I've seen some really dope stuff, but I feel like a lot of the original creative shit we don't have time for. We don't allow it to breathe to breed new like things, and because of the fact that we keep smashing that button of that retro button, people are still buying it because they, the people who lived through that era want to show their kids. And so then it creates a new cycle. And then it's like, we're never going to break out of this cycle of nothing new. And it's like, maybe like these big networks or studios will give the time of day to one or two new things. Like Jordan Poole is like the only thing right now because it did so good with, Get Out and Us and stuff like that. And Nope, which Nope was all right. But like that's like one of the only things that we're like, okay, cool. Like we'll give him that lane to do new stuff, and because it's actually making money. And then it's like everything else. We're gonna do another Alien movie. We're gonna do another Beverly Hills Cop movie.
That's
another
crazy.
Marvel.
Another Alien is crazy.
Hang on, that
Predators,
Alien movie
how
does
many
look like
predators? How many predators are we getting? How
Right.
many?
Okay,
Golly.
America's one question. Like, let's not say that.
But
Like,
yeah, fair. Too many predators in this fucking world. You know what I'm saying?
I might want to say that one.
But yeah, like
You'll see
it's like,
Hollywood right now.
but they're still making money. Obviously, like Top Gun, and it's like because like when you have a Top Gun movie, which they did really well, and it's really good.
Yeah,
it's
but
gonna
see,
get
that one was
better.
good.
That was actually good. So, but then it gives you like, okay, that was good, so we'll give it 5 more. And then out of those 5, maybe you'll get like a 1 out of 5, which is a 20%. But that 20% is going to make up the money for the most part for like what you've lost trying to produce the rest of these things, right? So, us as a nation, we have this band together to cancel these fucking remakes, man. And like, but like, I don't think it's ever going to happen. And that's what's the sad part about our state of affairs, because again, that's why movie theaters is declining, because it's like no one cares. Well, obviously, it's a lot. There's a lot of things that's the streaming factor does not help movies at all.
Not at all.
Nope.
But
There's not excitement behind anything anymore. Like, there's just so much for people to consume that none of us are watching the same thing.
yeah,
None of us are excited about the same things. So
mhm.
like the hype of things is just non-existent. Like the Deadpool movie, I was excited about it, and then at work I'm like, "Are y'all gonna go see the movie?" Like back in the day, back in my day, I'd be like, "Oh, y'all gonna go see the new whatever movie?" And everybody would be like, "Yeah, I can't wait." I said it here, like at work, and everybody was like, "No," like almost surprised. I'm like,
Yeah. You
remember
go to the
when we used
movies?
to be excited to, yeah, literally, like, oh, okay. Like, remember when we used to get so excited to go to the movies? Like, I miss the excitement behind seeing something, and I miss that, like, water cooler talk where everybody had seen the same thing. And so, like, I think Squid Games was the last time I remember everybody watching something and we all were talking about it.
I think I don't say all, because Squid Games they get pretty big, but like
I didn't watch it.
I think right now, I think the thing that kind of rallies most people, I would say, is like those like Too Hot to Handles, those like that type
Oh,
stuff, like those
yeah.
reality shows.
And
Because I see
like,
that be popping up on my timeline way
Bro,
more.
90 Day Fiance be getting me, dog. I be seeing clips on TikTok. I'm like, bruh, I don't want to
oh,
have to
see,
watch this
even
shit, but I just
that,
love
there's too
clips.
many. Even that, you got 90 Day Fiance, you got Love Island, you got Love Island UK, you got Say Yet What. There's even so many of those ones that I'm like, I see something comes up on my timeline, and I'm like, who is this attractive-ish person that
Yeah,
everybody's talking about? Like, I don't even know which series it's from because there's so many of those ones. Even, I'm like, there's just too much out here. And that's why everything's declining, because somebody can be watching Love Island USA and somebody can be watching Love Island UK, and again, they still can't relate to anything. Like, and
yeah,
it's the same show, just different countries.
right. And then we just stealing shit from other countries to try to be like, yeah, we got something, because it's people you can actually understand their accents.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
just, it's so frustrating. So
It is, and then now like and now because of like the pace, that's we've already been trained of how quick pace to watch stuff. Because I'm like I'd be working too much to where it's like like I get it. People be like, oh, you enjoy that like your movie like this shit just came out Friday, and then I get it like or show, and it'd be like 8 episodes. So like in theory, you can watch that in a day, like a work shift, and then be done with it, which a lot of these kids are doing. But it's like for grown folk who actually,
yeah.
who got all that time to be, wasting.
I mean, there was even a joke in the movie. He was like, there was two. He said something. He was like, "Oh, the audiences are used to over 2 hours," or something like that.
Oh
And
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. I read that one.
and
Yeah.
then he was like, "We're in the home stretch, I promise." And I'm like,
Oh,
the fact that they even have to make jokes about this right now, like, why do we need over 2 hour long movies? Remember when they used to be an hour and a half? Man, I'm just gonna be an old lady this whole show.
ooh, don't get me
Like,
started. Ooh, I've been on the
I
same soapbox. I
need an hour and a half.
appreciate so much a buck 30 movie so much. Like the vibe right at that 30-minute mark, that 60-minute mark, and you going
Yeah,
home where you ain't gotta go too deep and you can enjoy your ride and be like, ooh, I feel refreshed. Maybe I'll go watch something else. You know what I mean? But then when you get a 2 hour
literally.
movie, be like, oh, like, do you really want to do anything else after?
Well,
Because
that's
again,
just
like,
the
It's so annoying too because even the remakes. So take Beauty and the Beast, okay? That is an hour and a half movie. For years, we were fine with an hour and a half movie. They do a remake and it's like over 2 hours. I'm like, what extra 30 something minutes? Like, why did we need that? I
they're
was
doing
just
that
fine with the
because
extra
people
30
want
minutes. Oh,
the they're doing that because people want more in depth with the characters. They want to know
oh yeah.
what's his name? Like what's the movie? What's the movie? You're not gonna like this, CJ. Tom Holland, Homecoming, like that movie, right? How it was a good movie. It was, I think it was like maybe over hour 48, maybe 2 hours. But the thing was like it's shortened because we didn't have to go through, oh, how did he get his powers?
yeah,
Where did he get his powers from? And then like it got bashed a little bit because they didn't show that. But now people are like, that's what the movie are so long because they want to know how they got it, when they realize
How?
they got it, them getting
I don't.
through working their shit out with the powers, okay, becoming the boss with the powers, getting the villain, doing the downfall. Someone's gonna remind them that there's something, or gave them like oh man, I got Jimmy Neutron brain blast. Someone told me I was great and all this power means something. You know what I'm saying? And then
I
come
get
back
No.
to the villain. That's
Give me
just
a
what it is.
montage. Give me a
exactly,
That's what it is.
exactly. A
montage.
montage is all you need, and then at the same time, it's like,
That's what
well,
happened in.
Up
That's what makes it so
where they
great.
literally showed an entire couple's
Or I was gonna
life
say
story in like
Into the
2 seconds.
Spider-Verse.
yeah.
Like
And he was like, "All right, well, let's go through this.
montages.
We ain't gotta go through all this again. My name's Peter. Got bit by a spider. Had an uncle or someone else. He died. Great power comes great responsibility. Yes, okay. And now
And
we're
like,
back here.
Like that's what you need. Like
what was it? Was
it's
it
so annoying.
into the? What was it? Doctor Strange. It was the Doctor Strange movie with America, right? The girl America. She had the
American
powers, and she was
Childhood.
like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it
A
was just like
montage.
they just needed something because we had no idea who the fuck this person's supposed to be, and like especially if you have such an important role into the movie, we should at least get like a minute or two to be like, okay,
Right,
boom, 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 cross those T's and dot those I's, and then
right.
keep it moving.
Like whatever
Um,
happened to
yeah,
even just a little backstory. If you have to have the character say it, like just a little like I don't need a whole play by play, scene by scene of their life story. All I need is yeah, I was growing up in a orphanage and like just tell me.
But you
I don't
gotta
need to
think
see it.
though. But you gotta think though. What started it all? I'm gonna say what started it all. It was your Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. How majority of that, not majority of that movie, but most of that movie was him being on that field trip, getting bit by a spider, trying to figure out his powers, going to wrestle, doing all that. Captain America, majority of that movie was him being a little shrimpy shrimp guy, him being nice. Doctors were like, no, no, rejecting him. Then he got available to take the serum, still to became a certain person, does that. That's just
Okay,
how it goes. That's just
but
how it is.
okay, so if I'm supposed to remember a character from 2007, how can I not remember the backstory of Spider-Man that people are like, I need the backstory. You don't know how fucking Spider-Man became Spider-Man. Go back and watch the 2007 movie, and then maybe you'll
1000%.
remember. Like, you get what I
1000%.
mean?
I'm
Like,
agreeing with you. I'm just
too
saying
long.
this is the reason why they're doing it. But fun fact, November 2024, I remember telling you guys Tom Holland Spider-Man, he's actually getting like an animated show of how he did get his powers and who he was beforehand. It's like a little animated show that they're doing.
Who?
Like, why? Why do we
It's a
need
good
this?
show. No,
You can literally go on
they're
Disney
trying to
Plus,
do more
type
of
in
like an adult version.
Spider-Man, and get
Mhm.
8 different backstories of Spider-Man. Why do we need another one? Like,
It's
oh my
not.
god,
It's
I'm
just
getting
to connect.
I'm
It's
up
just
here. I'm here.
never mind.
Like, it's just so annoying. Like, why do we need over 2 hours in the
But
movie?
it's annoying
Why
to
do we need
you.
this?
I like it. I like that they're building a different animated Spider-Man because even CJ, don't even lie either. When I was at you and Jonathan's place, we watched some animated Spider-Man stuff, like the TV show. Don't lie, we did,
And
and
did it
we were
have the
enjoying it.
backstory in it?
No, they didn't. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, you got
But it was
me
just like
there.
we enjoyed watching Spider-Man. We were both like, dang, we haven't seen like a good animated Spider-Man show or any animated show of superhero that's really good that we enjoy. And that's what Disney's doing. And it's kind of like, I don't know if y'all watched the X-Men 97, the new one, but that shit is fucking amazing. I
Yeah, I
loved
hear
it.
really good things about that.
That shit was amazing. And now they're trying to do that with Spider-Man. And like this has been in the launch since Spider-Man Homecoming. Because they were just like, damn, we don't really know how Peter got his powers and how May is so young. She's not really that old like the other May.
Hell, man.
Well, then best of both worlds. Okay, in the movies, how about you leave that shit out? But then you can make a little series for the people that want to see it.
That's
You know
what
what
they're
I mean?
doing.
Like,
You just bashed them
okay.
for doing that just now. They literally just said that.
But my point is, I don't need a 3 hour long movie so I can watch Batman walk across the street for 15 minutes and then get on a motorcycle and
Your
drive
parents
for
get
another 20 minutes. Like,
obliterated.
there's just too much. Like, y'all, okay, here's what's so annoying.
Mm-mm.
They have made it to where we can only consume short periods of things, right? You got TikTok, 30-second video, blah, 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 YouTube, whatever. And then they want us to sit in a theater for 2 hours and maybe even 2.5 hours? How do you think that we're going to be able to sit there for 2.5 hours when outside of a movie theater, you guys want us to just be like boop, 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 consuming all this stuff? I'm like, nothing is making sense anymore. Like, how is it that you want us to be this way, but then you want us to sit through this long ass movie?
I think also what it could be, CJ and Gabby, is that do you remember what's the guy that made it? Zack Snyder? And I know you're not a big Zack Snyder fan, CJ.
Oh, don't get me started. You just bringing up all my ups right now.
I know.
You bringing up all
What
of my
happened
ups right
is,
now.
remember when he dropped that Justice League movie?
Yeah.
And like it was just so
This shit
like
was so
much,
trash.
there
We
was
gotta
so
drop this
much going
Snyder
on
cut.
so fast.
Fucking
And it was just like, how are these dots making sense? Like, first of all, Cyborg, this is the first time we're getting a live action Cyborg. A black man, as obviously he's always been black, but like a black superhero, and we don't know how the fuck he got his shit. And he just, first of all, he's more robot than human. Like we were just like, what the fuck? And then it's like you skip out on another black superhero. I always thought John Jones, Martian Man, was a black guy. Alfie always just gave me black guy vibes. Don't know why. It was like you skipped out on that, and then you skipped out on Green Lantern, John Stewart. Like it's in general, like not even putting him in it, and then you put all these people together, and then you get the Zack Snyder cut, in which that's probably the best thing Zack Snyder has ever done and will ever do. I know CJ, you don't like hearing it, but just being honest, that's him making that cut. And even like in the movie, we were like, what the fuck is going on? And then you see the cut, and it's like, yes, it was 4 hours and something minutes long cut because they took out 2 hours of the movie. I get it. That's long as fuck. It took me 2 days to watch because I was just like, yeah, there's just so much information coming on, but I don't mind it because it's like, I need to know. And it's like, with that cut, now they're like, you know what? So many different movies are like, let's take the time because we don't want to have to put another cut out there and put it on streaming, and then we don't make money off of it or make as much money off of it as we could have when we put it in the theaters. That's just how it is. That's just what the world is right now. I honestly, it's DC, Zack Snyder's cut. Like he legitimately made a movie that was so long And even with the Avengers, like remember the Avengers shit was supposed to be a lot longer than what it was. Like Avengers Endgame and Infinity Wars was all one movie. And then they were like,
And they split it,
let's cut this in half.
which is
Which is fine. But I was saying, like, but they were thinking about putting that whole shit out there. They were thinking about putting that whole shit out there, bro. They were literally thinking about putting that whole
We'd
shit.
literally have to go back. Do you remember, like, well, I don't know. I watch a lot more older movies, but like when they had to have intermissions in movies,
Oh yeah.
y'all watch Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It comes up on the TV and it's like 10-minute intermission, and it's like I remember as a kid thinking like, oh my gosh, having an intermission in a movie, like. But now I'm like, damn, I need one. Like,
you know, they
I
want
need
shit
my
to do
pee.
though. Like movie theaters is a whole evening, so it's like we need
Mhm.
something to do because we bored. You know,
But
That's
the
what
and
thing
happened
is,
when I
it's still a whole evening. That's what, like, you go in there, then you got to get there a little early because like you got to be able to see because it's so dark, and like you got to find your seats because they're all assigned now. So you got to look at the numbers. So you got to get there, and then you got 30 minutes at least of trailers, and then they got to advertise all this concessions at the theater. So that's another however long. And then you got the whole whatever movie, and then you got to make me wait and sit through the whole credits because heaven forbid I missed the after credit scene. And I'm like, I'm spending over 3 hours in this building,
that shit was
okay?
funny.
And it's insane. I can't do
I
it.
get you, man. I get you. Trust me, I get it. Because I remember texting CJ, when I think that was you, CJ. I don't know. Avengers Endgame, the last movie, and I went to the movie theater because they were having like a marathon of the first one, and then Endgame. I mean, Infinity Wars, and then they were going to show Endgame like the preview, like the premiere night that night, all in one day. I was at the movie theater all day
Oh,
watching
I
the
did that
first
with
one,
Star Wars one
and
time.
it's just like,
It
holy
was
shit.
terrible.
But there's like so many intermissions, and I was like,
yeah,
yo, thank God. Like,
you go in at daytime and it's nighttime by the time you leave. You're like,
It's
facts.
midnight.
I thought it was a great idea. I was like, hell yeah, I get to watch this shit in the theaters. I get to sit back, just literally TV on the big screen all day. And I was
yeah,
just like,
that shit's draining.
after fucking Age of Ultron, I was like, yeah, I kind of want to leave. Like, I don't want to see Infinity Wars or Endgame right now. But I mean, that's just the world we live in, man. It's we beg for more information on certain characters or a deep dive and just more character development, because we will say character development makes or breaks a movie. Let's just be honest. If we don't
Yeah,
get that information, we're probably never going to watch that movie again. And I think
it's a
them
fine balance.
doubling down on certain things, like even with the Black Panther movie, they did it perfectly the exact way Gabby wants it. You're trying to figure out, you won't try to, but before you can think about it, all right, in the beginning, T'Challa's dad is going to tell a story about how this shit got here, what happens when you take it, who becomes king. All the tribes have to agree. If you don't like it, you battle, and if you win, you do that. If you lose, you don't do it, and everyone has a chance to challenge the throne. Bang, bada, boom, got it. Let's get to the scene where we're in Compton now, figuring out what's going on. Yada yada yada. We see Michael B. Jordan's character as a kid. Cool. That's what we remember. Now let's get into this shit. They did it
Right.
perfectly. But you know what I also can say about that movie? Fucking Ryan Coogler. Yeah, he gonna do some shit that just like, you know what? I ain't got time to be out here. I don't want these white people saying I wasted their fucking money. Let's get this shit. Let's do it right. First time. Let's go.
Pacing
Simon
is
stand up for
important.
everything because then he needs to do it all. Because like if you
They ain't got
either
it does
just make a montage or
Yeah,
like I said, have somebody tell a story. Like
right.
you don't need everybody acting out the whole thing all
He
the
did
damn
it
time.
he did it with Creed 3. We had
yeah.
no idea who the fuck Damien was. And he shows him picking him up as a kid.
Also
Straight up
agree.
Ryan Coogler. I'm telling you, Ryan Coogler does it right.
That shows
Listen,
you the
get
difference
this man
between
on the
good
payroll.
writers,
Let's
good
go.
storytellers, and understanding. Okay, like you when you're writing this, okay, what questions would a viewer have? And it's just basic,
Good
Fruitvale
storytellers.
Station. Oh,
That's exactly you put that, good storytellers. Because there's not a lot out here. Because if you have to fucking tell me a whole entire story in 20 minutes that only matters for like this much, that's not good storytelling. You need to be able to plainly put it out for somebody.
to
That's
follow,
good.
you follow, and keep moving. Because like even to your point, right? Marvel during the heyday conditioned us for 2.5-hour movies, 3-hour movies, because the Avengers was the spectacular, but it was the blow off or the next moving point to move forward or to end a moment, right? And so, which was good. It was good storytelling. It was paced to that way because we need more time to really flesh out or to finish this arc of the overarching story. And they did a good job, and they conditioned everybody to have that moment. So like I'm okay with that. But again, it's about pacing as well. Because like again, like the Batman, which I really love, it was 3 hours.
Robert Downey Jr. Not Robert Downey Jr. Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, the
I was
latest
gonna say,
one.
when did he play
Brother,
Batman?
that was such a good movie.
It was such a good movie.
I was in my seat like, dude, this is taking a long time.
I
Like, there's so many
literally
points.
fell asleep in the theater.
There's so
I'm
many
not
points in that
even
movie where they were like, you thought it was about to be over, and then it was like, actually, no, we got another 20 minutes of this shit. And I'm like, bro,
Ugh.
what?
I didn't feel like it was. I felt like for me watching it, my experience, I knew it was 3 hours, so that was all. Like if I didn't know, if I wouldn't just watch it and
I didn't
enjoy
know it
it.
was 3 hours. I didn't know. I didn't go
I
looking at the
knew it
time.
was, but like I enjoyed it, and I thought the pacing was good, and like I didn't really like it wasn't a lull for me when I was watching.
I liked it. It was a good detective movie. It piqued your interest. Riddler was that creepy dude who always plays a creepy dude. Which
he always
dude,
plays creepy dude.
but he does
Maybe.
great work.
I passed it for sure.
Yeah,
But
he does great work.
Yeah,
and like even sitting there and you're like trying to figure out who Catwoman is. First of all, even though they I really liked Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. I really did. Loved her as
Halle Berry.
Oh, speaking of Anne Hathaway, a little sidebar. I saw that new Twisters movie, and the girl in it, what's her name? Daisy something or another? I don't know,
Daisy
but she
Ridley?
looks. What's it?
Daisy Riddler, maybe.
No, that's the Star Wars girl. It's
Okay.
like she's got 3 names. She's one of the 3 names clubs. But anyways, I was looking at her, and she looks like she could be related to Anne Hathaway. Like they've got the same eye features and everything, and so I was like, oh my gosh, this girl is beautiful. She
Daisy
looks-
Edgar Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, she does.
Like, in that movie.
Yeah.
Does she
I
know
see
it?
it.
Like she like got the same
Yeah.
kind of eye shape where it's like that brown and then like just the shape of her face. I was like, they have to be related or something. Like or her like they look like they could be sisters.
She's British.
Oh well. Yeah, there goes that.
But
Maybe
CJ,
that's
I think you did a great job of talking about the conditioning of what Marvel has done and now thinking about it like the single superhero movies, like just them by themselves. It's like a hour 45, 2 hour movie, but the bigger movies are going to be a little bit longer than that because it's the big phase battle.
Like it makes sense.
Even
like,
X-Men
exactly
started
like
that
you were
shit too,
saying.
though.
Right.
It makes sense for a movie with a whole
Right. Everyone has to get same share time and
crossover and stuff.
You got
Because I thought that's why I didn't like the Ant-Man movie. It was too short. Or Ant-Man or Doctor
yeah. Quantumania. Yeah, because we didn't get
Is that the most recent one that came out?
Yeah, that's the one with Jonathan Majors. We didn't get him being crazy unless it was like the end of the fight scene. But even that was my shit with Thor: Love and Thunder. I was like, bro, Christian Bale took this money and and he's playing a crazy villain right now. And we did not. But there's a lot of shit wrong with that movie.
There's a lot of
but
Thor
it was like, bro, we didn't get none of him being fucking the death god, bro. Like that's when you let him monologue and do some shit. Like I instantly thought I was like before I watched and I heard that he was it. I was like, he may not be William Dafoe Green Goblin, like all like the monologues and shit, but fuck it. If they just give him 2 different monologues in this movie and we get to see him just dive into a character. But it was like, oh, we saw his daughter die. Saw how he became him. He popped up in at New Asgard. Once stole some kids, fought some kids, had the happy ending because he died and let his daughter live. Cool.
Okay, but also
let me see him go crazy one time.
The joke where they shot that one guy and he was like, "Not everybody gets a speech." That was
when it was also like death by what he said to that it was like early in the movie, the black dude who's like talking like, "Oh, put your whatever. He was one of the people to arrest him. And he's like, oh, death by like extra character or some shit like that. I forgot those lines.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like I thought he killed him at first, and he came back and then killed him with the sword again. I was also confused by that early on.
Yeah, I don't know.
But have you guys seen the movie show Supercell yet?
I just finished some shows that I started 2 years ago. Bless.
Well, okay, so let's get back on brass tacks and see what we want to review. I think Supercell will be a cool show to watch. In 6 episodes, it's about black superheroes in the
What's it
UK. Netflix.
Supercell?
Ooh, Netflix might be a little hard for me because my Netflix is not liking where I am currently at.
We'll figure it out. But it's 6
Says
episodes,
girl.
and then we need to finish reviewing Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I think those are the 2 things that we were
Yes.
watching.
I forgot about that. I'll be honest, I literally only watched the 1 episodes that I was supposed to watch.
When did
It's
this
fun.
come out? Supercell.
I think like it's like maybe a couple weeks now, but it was like number 1. It's been like number 1 on Netflix for like a couple weeks.
I'll watch it. I might watch first episode tonight.
Yeah, because I'm watching that, and then I'm watching
IMDb
the 8 show. It's a Korean, I think it's Korean or Japanese show on Netflix as well, and it's pretty dope. It is like a different language, so you can do like subtitles, or you can do like they have like a dubbed version of it. So it's like
Oh, those are the worst sometimes.
they are
though.
pretty bad, but it's like a good premise of it. It's like the show is really good. I'm like, it's starting to heat up, and it's like I think it's 8 episodes as well, 6 or 8. I'm like on episode 3 right now of that show. So
CJ, you're gonna be proud of me. I think you said it, but I don't remember. You saw Godzilla -1.
of course,
I bought it. It's on Apple TV. So if you want to watch it, just you already got my login.
oh, actually, I need your login again because I haven't been able to.
Just tell it right
I got
here.
shit.
Not,
We
'cause I had
be
to,
having maybe
Hey,
100
hey,
people
hey,
watch,
so show
and
us.
that'll be the day we get fucking 24,000 people watch it. I'll get them but codes
Everybody-
popping on my phone. I'm like,
what
God
the
dang.
hell's popping up?
Stay tuned next week, and I'll give you my Hulu.
It was a
Yo,
good movie. Man. It was
We
good.
need to. Have you seen Godzilla Model? It's on Netflix as well. We gotta just. I'm just gonna send you some.
Netflix now?
Yeah,
That's the thing. I literally.
I can
And
just
they
give
have
you on
one
my
in
Apple
color.
TV stuff. I just
they
give you
have
on
one
my
in
Apple TV.
color too.
Ooh, and Monkey Man. Ooh.
You have to add those to the watch list as well. We gotta get back on
Speaking
track.
of monkeys, I don't appreciate Hulu putting that stupid Planet of the Apes commercial on every single time there's a commercial break because I look at my phone. I don't know why, but I'll be like doing something and then a commercial break
Oh,
comes
yeah.
on and I'm just like, and it's always those damn monkeys. Like, I cannot handle it. And their voices are creepy and their mouths moving is creepy.
Oh, you don't like Planet of the
I'm not
Apes?
okay.
I didn't know
No,
that.
they're terrifying. I told y'all I don't like when monkeys talk. Like it freaks me out.
Oh shit.
Like mass. Okay, let's
Oh
not.
shit.
I was trying to let my intrusive thoughts go away. I was trying so hard to just let my
Listen, I already get like
go.
Oh shit.
we're gonna have to cut that because people
Cut
already
that.
think I'm like.
Yeah, but we have to do Monkey Man for sure
Yeah,
because we had such a fun reaction.
I will say, Gabby, you can watch Monkey Man because he's probably in the mask maybe
So
3
little.
minutes, maybe 3 minutes of the movie, maybe.
Yeah,
Like
I was
even at the
kinda
end scene,
disappointed. I thought he was gonna be
even-
in it more.
fact, even in the
Oh,
end scene when he
the
dyes it white
commercials?
and he goes into the thing and he takes it off just to go, I was like, all right, well, what the fuck was this shit all about? Like,
I
we
mean,
don't even
even
get
the
to see this.
commercials are kind of scary because it's
I
always him
promise
and
you,
he's
he's
like,
only in
I'm
it.
like,
He's only in it for maybe 3 minutes. That's probably exaggerating. 30 seconds to 45 seconds in the beginning, 30 seconds, 45 seconds like in the middle, and then he wears it for like 10 seconds at the end and takes it off, and then he does his big fight scene. Like it's really not long. It's
a
really,
great fucking movie.
it's great.
It's a
I
great.
bought that too, brother. I brought that too. I brought that and Godzilla -1 the same day, and Rise of the Planet of the Apes or Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes because I was like,
I might start watch. I might watch the series because like some of my
So good,
buddies were
bro.
just hyping it up, watching it. He's like, "Yeah, actually, it's kind of good." So I'm just
Yeah,
like,
bro. It's good, bro. It's good. I'll
oh,
skip the first one because it just shows you like I don't know.
we'll see.
I'll skip the
Maybe we'll
first.
start a movie
I'm
club
not
and
watching
just.
Planet of the Apes. I'll tell you, I would rather watch Paranormal Activity than watch
Oh
Planet of the
hell
Apes.
no! Oh,
Like
you see the
when
difference.
I
You see the
tell
difference.
y'all,
You see the difference.
there's the shit
Animals they
in
can't handle,
me.
but
It's so
scary ghost shit. Oh yeah, let me watch that scary shit. But you can't watch
because
animals talk. But
the
scary
animal
ghost shit.
because the way that their mouths, it's just I don't
It's
even like
okay.
it.
It's
There's
okay.
a
We can
movie
move on.
that I was a kid and it was about dogs even talking with their mouths moving like normal human. I don't know. That stuff just freaks me out.
But ghosts killing you and you
No,
don't know where they
ghosts
at.
are no, that was my point. I'm terrified of ghost movies, but I
Oh
would
okay,
still rather watch that over like a Planet of the Apes thing.
dude, it's so good. CJ, you rewatched them. It's so good. Like I
Okay.
rewatched them maybe like 3 months ago before the movie came out. I was like, this trilogy is not bad at all. Like it's
You
I put
know,
it
Oh my
up
gosh,
there.
and then one of them they had them riding horses in the commercials and I was like, "Get this off my TV. Get my Oh my gosh, also the Will
They
Smith
can't
reference
drive.
when
Come
he
on, that's
said
not practical.
when Deadpool goes, "Get my country's name out your fucking mouth."
oh,
That was hilarious. Again, a pop culture reference that you guys had, like a if you know, you know kind of thing.
I did get that
Love
one.
it.
I got it that way. But okay, let's wrap this up. CJ, Gabby, what are we ranking this movie out of 10? And I guess they didn't pique your interest, but I will say for me personally, I will give this movie it was good. I'll give it I'm in between a 7.9 and an 8.1. Like it was good. I think the cameos is what really brought me into this. Um Blade really did it for me. Like
Now, Blade was
that yeah, like that just really did it for me. Seeing Elektra, seeing
Hugh
Channing
Jackman with
Tatum.
his shirt off. Oh, you weren't gonna say
Yeah,
that.
hell
Sorry.
yeah, hell yeah. Channing Tatum as Gambit, just because
not
we never really seen a
His
live action
great
Gambit
accent.
really.
fuck that.
Um,
Getting, bro, if
seeing
I get an
seeing
opportunity
Chris
to
Evans
talk to
as
this man, if I get an opportunity, which is a possibility, I might. I don't know if I told you that or not, but it's
Like,
a
excuse me,
possibility I
sir, I
might.
have a question.
I will talk. I'm gonna say, brother, what was that fucking accent? If I ever get an opportunity
I
to
didn't
talk to
mind
this
it. I
man,
don't think it was the best, but I didn't mind it. Like
I was
that's a
just
hard
trying to
accent
figure
to
out
do.
what it
That's
was
tough.
the whole time.
but
Because
That's
at
a
first
tough
I was
thing to
like,
do.
"Oh, is this like a Russian accent?" And then I was like, "Wait, is he Southern?" And then and I'm like, "Where the hell is this guy from?"
and
Like,
then it's like
Even Deadpool
he
was
can't
like,
be black
and
because
then
it
he said,
almost
"Who's your
had like a
dialect coach?" I'm like, "For real."
yeah,
sound like kind of Gullah Geechee out there, cuz.
bro. That's what I'm saying. I was just like,
You know?
this is dicey.
But I give it probably I'll split it in the middle. I give it an 8. I thought it was good. Cameos were good. Deadpool, you brought me back. You make me want to rewatch the first one. I can't do his wife dying and getting shot. I can't watch that. That's just I hate villains and their wives, their significant others getting killed for no damn reason. That really because of what they do
But he
bothers me.
saves her. Literally, the end
Yeah,
of the
but
movie is him going
because he
back to
goes back
save
in
her.
time. But I'm saying like then I'm like, oof. She died because of you, brother. That can just keep happening over and over again, really. But it was a good movie. Hugh Jackman staying in the universe, you know.
Boom.
They have him till he's 90.
Definitely.
That is funny. He's like, bro,
Seeing Chris
you're
Evans.
gonna be here. Marvel's gonna have you working. Marvel ESPN, bro, just like Stephen A. He knows what it's like. They're gonna have you doing everything. They're gonna pay you 10 million, but brother, you gonna get 10 million out your ass. Pause.
Facts. Seeing Chris Evans as Johnny Storm again was pretty cool, but
Kill him off too. I'm glad. Bye.
took his skin off.
Anyway,
That ending was really funny.
that was funny. Okay,
But then the end
snapping
credit
of
He
his
was
neck.
talking shit about her. Huh?
the end credit scene was great though. I did
Yeah,
enjoy
that was
when
funny.
he's
That
like,
was funny.
wait, I had the video of it, which
Let's roll the tape.
a girl behind me was like, is that why we waited to watch at the end of the movie? It was for that? I was laughing.
Again, that's another turnaround moment where you're like, shut the hell up.
Exactly.
She was probably also like, that's Taylor Swift. Like, shut up.
All right, Gabby, what's your rating, Gabby?
I was gonna say 8 as well because
Hmm.
I love Deadpool, like I stated earlier, or NJ if you're nasty. Another reference to the
Oh,
movie.
brother.
I really,
Marvel
I like,
genius.
I
Jesus.
just enjoy, like, he's right. I remember so many of the lines from that movie, and I literally saw it Sunday, or, well, I guess it was yesterday, but still, like,
It's been like a week. Oh, that was just
listen,
yesterday.
it's been a long day. It feels like a week. But like, I still remember them, and I'm probably gonna keep remembering them because that's why I love these movies. Is because like I literally watched the first and the second one Friday night, like
Yeah.
before back to back, because I was doing things like I was being busy, so I needed background noise. But I literally had them both on because they're funny and it's lighthearted, but you still get that superhero vibe without it having to be like so dark and gloomy. Like he had a hard life. Like, but these movies are hilarious. Like all of them have these dark things that are going on, but they're still so funny. Like
Right.
first one he gets cancer, second one his wife dies, yet why am I peeing my pants laughing at this movie? Like
You're a
I just
heartless
love it
person.
because well, that's what I mean. This is my
Amen, brother.
sense of humor.
Amen.
Because when your life is just so hard,
But you
that's
find
all you
ways to
gotta do
make.
is laugh. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I get
so
that.
that's
I
why
get
I like them because I mean that's all you gotta do. Like sometimes you just gotta make a joke because if you don't laugh, you cry or whatever it is. That saying
Yeah.
is.
And my rating will be 6.9.
Roger that. All right, guys. Thank you for watching another episode of What a Dud. I'm Christian. That's Gary. That's CJ. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at What a Dud Pod. Make sure you follow us on TikTok at What a Dud. And also, if you want to watch the video form of this, make sure you go to Hate to Pylon on YouTube, and it'll be under that umbrella. Like I said, I'm Christian. That's Gary. That's CJ. Hope y'all have a really good night. I don't really have an outro, but I'll just say if you don't follow us on any of these platforms, just remember you're dead, bub. That's all I got. That's all I got. Woo!
Way too lit, who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect, and my money